Thank you for coming to our Start Strong YouTube video. This video is presented in part with the Academic Advising Office, SAS, and the Writing Center. Through this video, Kenyon College's Thrive Through Thursday offers advice for how to succeed this and every semester. What we'll cover today is how to succeed in 10 steps. It's really 10 pieces of advice. Resources across campus that offer support, advice from those who have been there, and Kenyon-specific guidance. Step 1, write down due dates. Write down in a planner, type into Google Calendar, or add into your phone calendar when larger assignments and exams are due in each class. You can use your syllabus and course calendars as guides. Also, write down a reminder a week before your larger assignments, exams, and papers are due so that you have time to prepare. Having a due date is great. Having a reminder a week before the due date is really going to help you stay on task and avoid procrastination. Step 2, write down and attend office hours in each course. This time is specifically set aside for you by your professor for you and your peers, so you need to use it. Even if you don't have questions, going to the first office hours just to introduce yourself can be a really good idea because it's a great way to get to know your professor and their expectations better. It also shows us that you care, are invested in your course, and know who you can turn to for support. Step 3, get to know your academic support resources. Things like your course writing liaisons. If you have a course writing liaison for your class, they'll be in the Writing Center and you can look them up on our homepage. Your research librarians that are discipline specific and have knowledge about your specific interests and research goals. Your course TAs, if you have one. The Student Accessibility and Support Services, or SAS. The Writing Center, because even if you don't have a course liaison, we're here to help you with any writing at any stage of the writing process. The Math and Science Skills Center, or MSSC, Academic Advising, and Helpline. These are all excellent resources for everything from managing your computer and figuring out Moodle to getting your papers done on time. Step 4, get to know your additional support resources. These ones are the lesser known ones that our tutors highly recommend. Things like the CAC, or the Kenyon Athletic Center, Cox Health and Counseling. It's not just for counseling, it's not just for health, it's for both. The Office of Residential Life, or ORL. The bookstore. There's tons of stuff going on at the bookstore, including being able to put money on your K card there. The Center for Wellness and Meditation, which is right underneath the bookstore and is a great place to unwind. And the Center for Global Engagement, especially if you're an international student or if you're thinking about studying abroad, get to know them now. Step 5, take advantage of extra credit opportunities. Not every professor offers them, and not every professor offers them often. So the minute they're offered, do it. It's better to start off on the right foot. So if you're offered that extra credit, take advantage of it and do it. It gives you grace if you find yourself stressed out or falling behind later. Maybe you get sick, you get the what we call Kenyon crud here. You want that extra credit to give you that support earlier on. Bonus tip from a student. If you're assigned a task that can be done at any point during the semester, do it at the beginning instead of waiting until the end. This method also gives you grace because you've got it checked off, and if you're stressed out at the end of the semester, it's one less thing to worry about. Step 6, buy or rent your materials sooner rather than later. Don't wait until you're going to need to read it, to buy it, or rent it. You might not be able to get it as easily if you wait. It also takes longer to mail things to Kenyon because we're kind of in a rural area. So make sure that if you're ordering something online, you give yourself enough time to get it before you have to read it or use it. Your professor may expect you to consult something quickly at the beginning of the semester, so it's better to have your materials on hand at the beginning. And not having materials immediately disadvantages you because you're already setting yourself behind. But do remember we have course reserves where all of our course materials are kept and can be checked out and used within the library in Chalmers for a period of time. Step 7, map out your class schedule and rooms. Figure out what paths you'll need to use, which will allow you to address alternate routes. We do have construction on campus sometimes. There's also sometimes little things that are going on, maybe, a tree branch falls or something and you can't use the same route you always do. Accessibility, know where the elevators are, know where the fire exits are. And time needed. When do you need to leave your residence hall or Pierce or wherever you are to get to class on time? Step 8, log into Moodle or your course website and email often. Your professors expect you to stay up to date. They will likely not send many reminders and assume you'll be aware of when things are due, so use your course website or Moodle as your guide. Remember, most communication from campus will be via email, so make sure you check yours often. I also want to note here that professors can actually see the last time you logged into Moodle. So if you're not logging in very often, they'll know that. And they may use that as a reminder if you're falling behind in class that you need to log in more. Step 9, learn important campus spots. Where can you find quiet or just the right amount of noise to study? We do have a quiet reading room on the third floor of Chalmers Library. Where can you go if you want support from LGBT plus individuals or other diverse community members? Places like Unity House are a great option. Where's your professor's office? Don't assume it's in the same building in which they teach. I actually very rarely, this is Professor Scanlon speaking, by the way. I very rarely have class in the building in which my office is, but every so often I do. Figure out where you and your guests are allowed to park, especially if they're staying overnight. And then also make sure you know where you need to go if you need computer support. The helpline is going to be a great resource here. Step 10, make friends. Find an on campus job. Many are advertised on Handshake and in the CDO Sunday emails, which some students just skim, read them more carefully. Politely invite yourself to sit with a new group and peers, exchange emails or phone numbers with people from class, and join a campus club or student org. There are a lot of opportunities to make friends, and even if you have friends back home or friends in other groups at Kenyon, maybe they're abroad this semester, it's always a good idea to make new friends. Bonus advice, sign up for text alerts both on campus, and in Knox County. We do get some wild weather down here. Every so often, there's some hilarious alert. Last semester, we got one about pigs running loose on a local road. So make sure you sign up for text alerts. If for no other reason, then they provide sometimes some surprising amusement. We also recommend you encourage your loved ones back home to do so too, because maybe you miss an alert, but they don't, and they can tell you. It's always smart to be safe. Questions? You can email me, Professor Anna Scanlon, she, her, at scanlon1@kenyon.edu, and I'm more than happy to help. Join us for future Thrive Through Thursdays, every Thursday in the Writing Center from 11:10 a.m. to 12 noon, where we'll give you all kinds of advice about how to thrive each semester year at Kenyon. Thanks so much.